So today I'm training the dead press. Is this the hardest handstand push-up variation? I'm not sure, but it's definitely up there with one of the most demanding. So the idea is that you start in that bottom position. Uh, the ideal way would be that you would be totally passive on the floor. You put your hands by the side and then you push up to handstand. Now, I can't quite do that yet. I'm working up to that stage. I'm also trying to make the body one segment and trying to come up as one. At the moment, you'll see when I try and do a rep that my knees will bend slightly and I'll arch and lead from the heels. Ideally, it should be that your body just stays as one and go up and down. If you check out Monster when he does it, he can just do clean up and down and his body just stays like this one segment. So that's the goal. I'm also going to go through some ideas on how you can train towards this. But first of all, I'm going to try a couple of attempts and see if I can get the cleanest one. So I'm going to externally rotate the hands. I'm going to take my shoulders as far forwards as I can in that direction. I'm going to create tension and then I'm going to push. Okay, so I got up, but you can see that I sort of bend the knees and I lead with the heels a little bit too much. And there's a real big push, like a drag through this point until I got up into the handstand. Ideally, I want to try and make that so it's a bit more of a seesaw effect. And I get the feet and the hips up quicker, so then I can take advantage of that seesaw. So obviously, to work towards the dead press, we want to have a normal handstand push-up. So prerequisites would be seen to have a normal handstand push-up. Geez, this is challenging after the dead press. A 90-degree handstand push-up, or at least eccentric 90-degree handstand push-up. So that's where we handstand and lower down for an eccentric. And when we do the eccentric, we want to make it as slow as possible because the positioning, how far I take the shoulders over my hands, is so important for the dead press and for the 90-degree handstand push-up, that when we're doing the eccentric movement, we want to mimic that. So it's not just laying down on your front and the bottom of the handstand push-up, it's getting as far forwards as you can so you can use that counterbalance. So I'll do an eccentric. So it's going to be the same as my eccentric I just done for the dead press. But the idea is that we're here and we want to try and take the shoulders as far forwards as we can before the feet come down without arching. So here and down. So see how far forwards I am over my fingers. So we want to practice that. One way to get similar movement, which is much easier, but it's not identical movement, is to raise your body up onto something. You can do this both for the 90-degree handstand push-up and the dead press eccentrics. So is to practice this position, move into shoulder stand, this position, and back again. So because you really need to get comfortable with creating that shoulders so far over the hands to create that seesaw counterbalance type effect. So getting really comfortable with that. Now, one way of making that a little bit easier is we can close the legs. So make the lever arm of the legs less. So the demand and the distance we need to take the shoulders forwards is less. So one way is to go into straddle. So straddle here, much easier here. So this is more demanding. This is easier because we shift in that balance. And we can take that back into the eccentric dead press. So straddle position, coming down, nice and slow, open, much, much easier position, just because you're making that lever arm less. So that's all I wanted to go through today, because this is really my session where I'm doing my bent arm pushing movement. I'm going to go in and do a couple of straddle dead presses and try and make a couple of real clean ones. So I'll add that into the video next. Normal deal, add any comments, requests, questions in the comments below, or send me a message. Thumbs up and subscribe would be appreciated. And I'll speak to you next time. Thanks, guys.